How does a horse who just eats like 5 carrots every day look like this? And I have to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight just to look like this. An obese man who looks twice his age. But for real, how do animals who only eat food who isn't really protein dense become so extremely muscular? Well, on the other hand, us humans have to eat an enormous amount of protein, endure intense muscle building workouts, and ultimately even use illegal enhancing substances. Let's take a closer look. So what I found out is there are 3 major components. And it's actually way less complicated than you would think it is. One big part is just the sheer amount of food that those animals eat. Let's take a horse for example. A regular horse weighs about 1,000 pounds. Depending on size and race, some can even go up to 2,000 pounds. But let's go for this with a regular horse. And the regular horse eats about 20 pounds of hay every day. And the nutritional values are kind of interesting. Since horses of course don't have a barcode on the back of their food, so they can scan it with their food tracking app, we are sticking to average values. And an average pound of hay has about 900 calories and 50 grams of protein. I didn't know that. Fuck chicken breast, fuck whey protein. Let's go to the lawn. So if you add things up, you get to about 18,000 calories and 1,000 grams of protein every day. Which, if you break it down, are this perfect ratio of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And this applies for every strong, muscular, vegan or vegetarian animal you think about. A gorilla weighs about 500 pounds and they eat primarily leaves, barks, roots, sometimes fruits if they are available, and occasionally small insects. Except for the insects, those are things that are far less protein dense than this anabolic horse stuff. So what does the gorilla do? He eats 50 pounds of that food every day. 50 pounds! That's 10% of their body weight. That's biblical gluttony right there. So easy, 5,000 calories and 450 grams of protein. Almost 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. The American bison, 1,500 pounds of body weight, 30 pounds of grass, herbs and leaves every day. And similar to the horse, 18,000 calories every day and 1,200 grams of protein. And you get the point. They all eat an enormous amount of food who is low in nutritional density. While carnivores on the other hand eat way lesser food, but food containing more nutrition and more protein. It's quality versus quantity. The second big factor is called protein bioavailability. If you are into fitness, you've probably heard this term already before. If not, don't worry, that's what I'm here for. In simple terms, bioavailability describes how efficiently your body can use the protein that you eat. I mean the type of protein. Because if you eat protein, your body doesn't just absorb it into muscle tissue. First, it breaks the protein down into smaller building blocks called amino acids. And your body then uses those amino acids to build new muscle fiber or to repair damage or for countless other things. The catch is that not all protein sources are created equal. Some contain amino acids in a proportion much closely to what we need, while others don't. That's why 100 grams of protein from one source doesn't actually contain the same amount of protein that you get from another source. For example, if you eat 100 grams of protein from eggs, or on the other side, 100 grams of protein from beans, your body will use the protein from the egg far more effective than the one from the beans. Let me show you what I mean. So imagine you had the workout of your life. Everybody inside the gym felt completely harassed by your presence. And now your body needs some protein. So let's say your body needs 10 red bricks, 10 blue bricks and 10 green bricks. The bricks should represent different types of amino acids. Now you eat 100 grams of protein from eggs. And conveniently, They have exactly what your body is searching for. 10 red ones, 10 blue ones and 10 green ones. Perfect. But now let's say you eat, for example, our 100 grams of bean protein. But this time, since the bioavailability is far worse in the beans than on the eggs, you get 9 red bricks, 6 blue bricks and 7 green bricks, just for example. The problem isn't that this protein is bad. It's just that the composition of the bricks isn't the right one for you. So if you want to give your body the building bricks that it needs, you need to eat a far higher amount of this kind of protein compared to the egg protein. Now that's of course a massive oversimplification. Real nutrition is far more complicated than colored bricks. But I hope that it helps you understand why just some proteins are better than other ones. And why am I telling you this? Through millions of years of evolution, or through God, herbivores developed a digestive system which are extremely efficient at extracting nutrients from plants. And what looks to us like a poor source of protein is perfect fuel for this type of animals. To a human, grass is almost useless. For a horse, it's exactly what their body is designed to run on. And then there is the third and biggest factor of all, genetics. Because even if two individuals eat exactly the same food and they follow the same training plan and live similar lifestyles, you won't get the same results. Some people naturally just build more muscle and some naturally recover faster. That's, you guessed it, genetics. Now scale this up from a human to an entirely different species, where in the wilderness only the strongest of them survives. Horses became through years of evolution and selective breeding those fast, strong and muscular animals. The best bodybuilders in the world don't just train harder than the other ones. Okay, maybe they do train harder than everyone else. But they also won the genetic lottery. They are complete outliers. Building muscle isn't only about protein. It's about digestion, environment, genetics and many other factors. And the horse doesn't just become muscular despite he only eats grass. A horse becomes so muscular because his entire biology revolves around turning grass into muscle fiber. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, I would highly appreciate if you leave a like or even a follow. Here is a recommended video from me. It is probably the best video to have ever existed, okay? And I'll see you guys on my next video.